The fuck? Introduce yourself first. Where do you come from?
My name is Đào Duy Tân. I'm the delegate of Vietnam. Yeah, and about this competition, firstly, I think that we have the chance to learn more about the human rights situation in the ASEAN. We learn,
Can we start? Can he walk past? Okay, 1, 2, 3. What you have learned from this?
yeah. The first thing I learned from the competition is about the human rights situation in ASEAN, about the ITRA, and about the situation of our region. Yes. But the secondly and the most important, I think, is about the chance for me to meet the friends and people from all Asia, to know about them, about culture, about their way to think, to live, and yes, about the way they debate. It will be a big lesson for us when I come back to my country, and I can tell my teacher, my friends about the way our friend talk about human rights. It's a very sensitive topic, but it is very interesting. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Can I take your name?
Oh, yes.
โดย สบายดีเอ้า where you
สบายดี
yes okay สบายดี my name is Miss Celine สอนประเสริฐ
My name is สัญญาสอนนันทนาวร
My name is ศิลเพชรสมุตราช
we are from the Faculty of Laws and Political Science National University of Laos. By participating in this program, we have learned a lot about human rights and also enhanced our debate skills. And apart from this, we also make friends from other ASEAN countries.
Yeah, for me as well, because as participating in this program, I have learned so many things like meeting friends and also like the debating skills. Yeah. Okay. And I also have learned about the human rights as well. Yes.
For me, participating in this program is to broaden my knowledge about human rights in ASEAN that I even know where else before to encourage the youth among the ASEAN to know more about human rights in ASEAN. Also, upgrading my debate skill because this time is the very first time to do a debate in English and this kind of human rights in ASEAN debating.
Well, thank you. So, finish. สรุปเลยสรุปเหรอ
สรุปเลยแนวใด
Yes, we are very appreciate and would like to thanks for Aisha to conduct this kind of program, and we hope this precious program will happen to the next generation next year. Thank you.
ต้อง encourage
พอแล้ว
Hi, my name is Arshad Asil. I'm from International Islamic University of Malaysia. I'm representing Malaysia in the ICHR debate. So, what I've learned in this event is that I've learned a lot about other Asian countries' cultures because of the friends that I made throughout the whole event, and I also learned a lot about the human rights in this event and how it's enforced and how deeply that Asian countries take it like how seriously they take it. So I just.
Hello, my name is Sharifa Nur Hidayah. I am from University Technology Mara, Malaysia. I am a third-year law student. So the reason why I am here today and the experience that I've gotten so far has been very meaningful. We visited the Thailand Investment Center where they taught us how to plan our retirement schemes, and I thought that was very valuable. And secondly, we also went to visit a disability center where we were exposed to a lot of the struggles of disability individuals who are able to now get jobs because of the fact that they have these centers that are placed in them. I think that my hope for a better ASEAN in the future is for us to work better together and for us to walk hand in hand in order for us to get a better future for the future generation in the end of the day. And I'm very happy to be here. Yeah.
Hi. Okay, so my name is Amira Fatima. I'm a law student from International Islamic University Malaysia, and what other than getting great friends, making new friends here in this event, I feel that I learned a lot of how unique ASEAN culture is, how it is incomparable compared to other forms of culture like Western culture. In this event I learned that we are unique and we should adhere to our values and still be in accordance with sustainability. And also the site visits that we did were extremely meaningful, were extremely thoughtful, where the organizers tried to tackle not just like stock agents where most youths are not interested in, but we were very interested in it, and how we also met people with disabilities and how they try to be contributing members of society too. And it really gives us a new insight to how ASEAN culture really is in all countries working together. Thank you.
Say something about your friend from ASEAN. You meet here.
Say something, sorry.
About your friend, the friends that you meet.
New friendship.
So, as we are in Thailand, I meet a lot of friends from Thailand, Thais, and they're very nice people and very hospitable. Yeah, and they were willing to show us around, and we had a lot of fun hanging out together. And so I really look forward to coming here again and hanging out with these people.
Everyone? Oh.
From Laos, from Cambodia, many friends.
I feel like this activity is such an amazing platform for us to share our views of different cultures between people from Vietnam, people from Cambodia, people from Indonesia, all youth that are here together to just champion human rights, as well as to be able to just become young together, to have fun through the activities, as well as all of the privileges that are given to us here. I feel like it's such an amazing opportunity to build connections, as well, to network with a lot of the very important leaders as well that are here representing their countries. I think that this is just an amazing platform for networking as well as friendships to be built, and I hope it will just continue in the future for more future generations to be able to access this platform at the end of the day. Yep, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, all right. From the friends that we've gathered from this event, it just proves how welcoming the ASEAN community is, from how the Thai students are willing to bring us all out, and how we made friends with also from other ASEAN member states, and how we could just sit together at lunch with each other and just talk about things. Just proves that how welcoming we all are towards each other, and how we want to portray that to the world also, that how an ASEAN community is a very welcoming community to all. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I didn't bring my name.
Oh, yeah, I just take the photo.
Sawadee my name is Prim Kasemsan and I'm from Chulalongkorn University. I'm a first-year student, and what I learned from this event as a debater is ASEAN still has a long way to go to achieve sustainable development, but we are moving in the right direction. That's what I said. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Prima Sukmanop and I'm a law student at the Chulalongkorn University. I feel like this event is a really interesting event where we got to learn about the current issues that is in the area discussed by ASEAN community, and we had to do direct researches among those topics ourselves. It was very useful and it was fun to debate and negotiate with a few other friends.
Sawadee my name is Visarut Watkian. I'm from Faculty of Law, Chulalongkorn University. So what I've learned from this event specifically would be, to talk about something other than human rights, I would like to emphasize on the fact that this event brought all of us together, all of us from the 10 ASEAN country members, to talk about the same issues that all of the ASEAN members are also facing. And this kind of encourages all of us to take more action as youths and as the representatives of our countries. Thank you.
Sawasdi khap. My name is Wasuwati Pham Aliyakun from Faculty of Law, Chulalongkorn University. The thing I get from this debate, like the most thing I like is to talk with another country from Asian friends and to share the experience and all like what they think about this topic and how to move on as ASEAN as a whole to the new thing. Thank you.
เพราะว่าไอ้ตัวนี้มันพูดถึง human rights นะอยากถามน้องๆว่าน้องๆรู้สึกไงบ้างกับhuman rights in Thailand or human rights in ASEAN นะครับในความรู้สึกของเราอ่ะใครตอบได้สักคนลองดูไม่ต้องการมาก
Human rights are being violated every day. Yeah, wait, let me come up with something diplomatic.
I feel like this is a very good opportunity for young students to be exposed to the idea of human rights, especially because we are involved in this discussion ourselves. And because the human rights are being discussed, we... Okay, you keep going.
So human rights is a difficult issue to talk about due to the fact that there are some countries who actually prefer thinking about some other issues more than human rights. For example, there are developing countries who actually care more about developing their nations while at the same time oppressing their citizens rather than to develop their nations at the same time with upholding human rights of their citizens. So this is one of the things that this event should prioritize more. Wanna talk more?
Okay, thank you. ขอบคุณครับ You want more? Thank you. Okay, introduce yourself.
Good afternoon. My name is Miss Thierry Sam. I'm from Myanmar. So actually, this is my very first experience of coming abroad. So actually, I have never been to other lands before, and this is my first abroad trip, as well as the first and very huge debate experience here. Actually, I'm a language learner. My major is English language specialization in Yangon University of Foreign Languages, Myanmar. So I haven't never debated before, or I haven't never studied or learned about the human rights and the laws and international relations. So this is as well as my very first experiences of learning and studying laws and regulations about their international relations as well as the human rights. So I got lots of knowledge and lots of the terms and like how they really work in their fields. And here I just met with the other students from different nationalities like Singapore, Malaysia, and other countries like ASEAN member countries. So they were just friendly, and I just got some friends here. And this is such a one of my best memory as ever, and this will be very precious for me. Thank you very much.
My name is Phumimya Che from Myanmar, and I learn English literature. I'm the final year student. I'm from Yangon University. So the first reason I came here, I like to communicate with different nation peoples, and I think I learned a lot of things and like some kind of communication, and I learned the different policy from the different countries, and I got like more awareness of the human rights and the law things. Yeah, that's like a really fascinating experience for me. Besides, it's my very first debate and very first a connection with some kind of the UN things. So yeah, I mean that's a really valuable and the best experience ever.
Hello everyone, my name is Minyamu. I'm from Myanmar. It's like they said before, I'm also this is the very first time I'm coming from abroad, and I've never been tried debate before. So because of this ICHU debate, I've learned a lot of debate things and also friendship from different ASEAN countries and how they help me to understand how to do debates and how to connect with each other. And I have learned the different ideas from different countries and how they have prepared for these debates. Yeah, I've learned a lot of this, and I really enjoy being here for 4 days, and I wish I could come back Bangkok again. Thank you.
My name is Dapia Song, and I'm from Cambodia, Phnom Penh, the capital city of Phnom Penh, Cambodia.
My name is Utsa, and I am a student from Cambodia. My name is Sunita. I am a sophomore student from the American University of Phnom Penh, and I am from Cambodia.
What you have learned from participating from
So I actually have learned a lot, and as a representative from a Royal University of Phnom Penh to join this event, it was a rare opportunity for me to learn more than just a human rights, but I learned about how the Thailand actually have been improved a lot. So during the field trip, we actually went to the investment museum. We call it the Investory. It was amazing, and I hope that Cambodia would be learning more from Thailand, how Thai able to improve their economic benefit and their economic points. And we also learn what human rights is like, and then we learn from different people. We learn from a diplomat, and we also learn from people around us who have different perspective because they are from a different country. Therefore, they have a different perspective from us. We share ideas, we share memorable speeches, and we are able to make friends, and I'm really happy to join this event. It was tired because we have to went to many different places, but it was fun, it was memorable, and I have enjoyed it so far, especially the debate. I have learned many skills. I have learned from my teammate and also learned from my opponent. Thank you.
Same question? So what I've learned from this competition or from this participation is I've learned a lot. Most importantly, I've learned to discover myself more, and also I've learned to exchange my culture and also about other countries, because there are some little informations and details which I have missed from my own country, but participating in this give me an opportunity to find out more. And most importantly, it's to find out about myself, my skills, and also to bring back to Cambodia. And especially I want to thank this competition especially because this is a perfect opportunity for us to come together to find out about ourselves, to find out about the capabilities that we are capable of, and also to find out what we should learn more and bring back to our home and share as an experience. Thank you.
So this is actually the last day of our event today, and so what has been going on so far is one of the most memorable experience in my life, because during these past few days we have been given the opportunity to listen to experts in the field of human rights during the panel discussion, and those are lessons that we cannot gain even if we read a lot of articles, and it was such a valuable opportunity. And then we also get to visit different sites around Bangkok, for example the stock exchange and also the Center for Disabled people, and that was when we see that human rights is a very fundamental aspect of life. And another thing that we should mention is the friendship that we're going to bring back home. It was a very diversified experience because this is like a platform that gathers youth from all the 10 countries, and during the debate we weren't grouped as a team from Cambodia, but we were groups with diversity, with other participants, with nationality, and we worked together towards one vision of ASEAN. So it was a very wonderful opportunity, and I would like to say thank you for letting Cambodia participate in this wonderful event. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Hans Xavier Wong. I am the Philippine representative to the ICHR debates. I study at De La Salle University, and what I've learned in the recent ASEAN debates are a lot of the issues surrounding ASEAN integration, many of the human rights concerns that need to be forwarded, as well as the friendship and camaraderie learned from interacting with members of fellow states.
Hi, I'm Joshua, also coming from De La Salle University and a Philippine representative to the ICHR Youth Human Rights Debates. So what I've learned in this experience is basically all the cultures of the different countries from the ASEAN, the differences, but also the similarities and the common starting point, and the common goal of every ASEAN member states, and how the importance of the youth as a sector and as an important actor, and what we can do in order for us to advance the ASEAN moving forward.
Being a political science student, I always read from books
about political human rights. I always hear it from my professors, and it's a very humbling experience to actually learn it firsthand from people who are advocacies of it, who actually practice it within their profession. And the things that I've learned the most is the differences in our culture and the differences in the way that we approach human rights and the kind of importance that we place around it, as well as the recent issues that we currently have. And it's not just the motions that we debate, but also in times when we're socializing with other people who know more of what we don't already know. And these are the kinds of interactions that make you learn from a lot of things in the ICHR event.
Receive the award, please remain for a brief interview for the video, if you would be so kind. Those who receive best one.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Hi, my name is Gio. I come from Bandung, Indonesia.
Hello, my name is Faris. I come from Jakarta, Indonesia.
So basically right now we're in Bangkok for ICHR debate competition. Basically for the past 5 days we've met a lot of people. We met a lot of youth debaters from 9 countries within ASEAN. Eventually Brunei couldn't make it here, but we learned a lot. We learned from sustainable development goals to also how to protect the human rights within Southeast Asia.
I think personally what I've learned a lot about in this this whole 4-day event was the fact that human rights is like an essential and like ingrained part of everything that we do as human beings. I mean, all parts of the SDGs, all of them come back eventually to the concept of the human rights, and that shows up in all of the debates. All the debates eventually relates to the idea and the essence of human rights itself and how essential it is for us. Okay.
Hi, I'm Meher and I'm from Singapore.
I'm Yang Long from Singapore.
My name is Isaac and I'm from Singapore.
So the ICHR debate was very interesting for us. We learned a lot of new things about human rights and how charters have been put in place, as well as new doctrines that have also been put in place to help new communities out within ASEAN as well. And the best part is that we made different friends from different countries, and we were able to talk to them and understand their own culture and see how different they lived in different ASEAN states.
Throughout the event, we were able to hear many sharings by experts, human rights activists and representatives to gain a very first-hand knowledge about what they do on a daily basis. So this has really enriched us and edified us in this experience in Thailand.
I think for us it's also to understand the work that ASEAN is continuing this year, with Thailand as holding the chairmanship since Singapore was the chairman last year, and to learn about all these different initiatives, especially in the human rights space, and to understand how all of these policies that we are discussing will have an impact on the different communities in Southeast Asia. Yeah. So, is that?
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Who the best debate?
Are you ready?
Okay, ready? Okay.
Okay, hi. So
Hi.
Just relax and just tell me what you have in mind, yeah?
Okay.
I would like to ask, what did you most appreciate from this youth debate?
I actually appreciate mostly the friends that I gained along the way here, because what this event made was that it was able to bring together a lot of people with very similar interests and very interesting people that I am very glad to have met, and I'm also very glad to have spent some time together, and I had a lot of fun throughout these 4 days.
Anything else that you might like to add? Instead of friendship, do you think you will keep in touch with
Yeah, I think I'll probably keep in touch with most of them, because if I ever want to go to any of the ASEAN countries, for example, if I want to go to Thailand again, this seems like a fun place, I could call up one of the people that I met here and talk to them and maybe go meet up with them. Yeah, that's probably why I would keep in touch with them.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you.
Next from...
So, I'd like to ask if this experience in
Right, so this experience definitely increased my awareness of human rights in ASEAN through all the different panel discussions and even the small debate teams that we were split into. You just get to interact over all these different motions and think about how all these motions are relevant for different communities in Southeast Asia. And talking to the different people from different walks of life in ASEAN, you really get a sense of how human rights issues affect the individual day to day in ASEAN. Well, I think that young people ultimately, and this is an overused cliche, are the future of ASEAN. And if you want ASEAN to continue to be a relevant organization that actually has an impact on Southeast Asian communities, then young people have to step up and take ownership of ASEAN's future. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Yeah.
What do you think are the most pressing issues in human rights, and how do you think that should be overcome?
I think that one of the pressing issues of human rights is the dichotomy between universalism versus cultural relativism. So there's been a lot of youth trying to push for universalism within ASEAN, but we as the ASEAN member states wish to stay in a cultural relativist approach regarding human rights. So the new generation and new millennium wish to go forward with more the universal human rights approach. So I think that we're tackling a huge dichotomy between these two theories within human rights.
Any specific topic that you think are pressing within this region?
I think what is pressing right now is as one of the debate motions, which is the legalization of certain medicinal drugs that are within ASEAN itself, and how many debaters pointed out about the right to life and the right to healthcare. But at the same time, we are allowing for different types of drugs to be to be imposed within the countries itself. So I think that especially regarding this issue, it's extremely important within the ASEAN member states. Yeah.
So can you share me what do you think of the experience within the youth debate? What do you appreciate the most?
Pardon?
What did you appreciate the most?
I think not only did I get to look at various motions and understand different issues within ASEAN, I actually got to make a lot of new friends and actually understand their cultures and know how their lifestyles are within different countries, which is very different to mine, and I respect that. And I think that each country shows very keen and enthusiastic debaters, and I look forward to seeing them again, maybe in the next international debate that we have here in ASEAN.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
Thank you.
I think that the youth really are the future of the ASEAN region. We are an emerging market. There are new opportunities growing for us every day. The human rights debates showed me that there were many problems that we're facing, but through the help of our governments and the previous generation, we're able to unlock potential within ourselves and within our communities to form a greater regional cooperation. The future can appear bleak, but through the youth, we think we can make it better. We can make it more sustainable together.
Can I ask another one?
Sure.
What do you think that needs to be improved within the region in terms of human rights?
I think maybe the first thing that needs to be improved is the awareness and more information about what exactly human rights are and how to spot them in the society. Because I think that many people don't realize that their rights are being violated, don't see the many ways in which it affects them. So in terms of making people aware, because I think a lot of the activism and a lot of enforcement and policy starts with awareness, has to be rooted there. So I think a lot of the work can be about empowering and involving the youth more.
Are you familiar with the HR?
Sorry?
The ASEAN Commission
On Human Rights.
The Government Commission on Human Rights. Are you familiar with
I only have a vague idea about it.
Okay. So if you have a regional human rights body, what do you think that it should do?
In terms of the region, I think that a regional human rights body ought to represent the biggest challenges that we're facing, and they ought to be the body responsible for finding solutions for the problems that we face. It's not easy by any means, but it definitely starts from the organization, the values it holds, and the way it tries to reach out to the people to make its dreams a reality. Thank you.
Cambodia.
Okay. So, from your experience, what do you think of the youth debate? Is it useful? Is it not useful? If not, then how do you think that it can be improved?
Okay. So I would like to first introduce myself. My name is Soksunita. And I am from Cambodia. First of all, there are 3 students from Cambodia, and we are all from different backgrounds, and we are here to represent Cambodia in the Aichar Youth Debate. This youth debate has been a very fruitful experience for me, both in terms of getting knowledge about human rights and also building regional connections. First of all, the experience that I got regarding human rights is something that is very valuable. Human rights has always been a topic I'm interested in, and then coming here I got to listen to experts during the panel discussion, and it is also a platform that gathers youth from ASEAN to discuss on the matter of human rights. So and then we also visit different sites that addresses the issue of human rights. Therefore, I was able to expose myself to a new perspective of human rights. And then for the regional bonds, because during the debates, we were grouped with different members from different ASEAN countries and not with the same members from our own country. Therefore, we learned the values of teamwork and how people who speak different language can bond together and make this debate work. And therefore, I would like to say thank you for this valuable opportunity.
So, I have what would be your message for the public and the youth in terms of human rights in ASEAN?
Human rights is like the fundamental basic of our life. Therefore, we should know about it, and we should also know how to exercise it correctly. And that is why I believe that coming here, I was able to do so, and I believe that you can also do so. I believe that there will be another event next year and the years to come, and I would like to encourage everyone to participate in this event as well. Okay, thank you very much.
My name is Chetan Sapshawaroj. I'm from Chulalongkorn University. I think today I learned how the art of persuasion, because in the debate that I was used to, it only required like a lot of logic and reasoning. But in this field, I think we have to be more appealing to emotion as well. That's what I learned. But more importantly, I learned a lot about human rights and how to speak for those who do not have the platform to speak. So I take this as a very good opportunity.
Sawadee, my name is Prim Kasemsan from Chulalongkorn University, and today and through this experience I learned that in ASEAN and in intergovernmental decision making, you have to have a strong understanding of all parties, not just one or two, to come to an understanding. And that is very difficult to do, but that's what we are trying to improve in our society.
Sawadee, Visarut Watkien from Chulalongkorn University, Thailand. So what I've learned from this event is the fact that human rights is a difficult issue to attack, which requires all of the understandings of all parties. And if each party has different meanings, has different perspectives on human rights, then that would be hard for all of us to come together and attack this issue at the same time. So I am grateful for this event, for the platform for everyone to come together and help relieve this issue. Thank you.
ผมไม่กล้ายืนใกล้ได้ครับ
ได้แล้วเชิญว่ามาเลยครับ
อยากให้ จารย์เล่าถึงที่มาที่ไปของการจัดไอชาดีเบต
เป็นภาษาอังกฤษใช่ไหมโอเคพร้อมแล้วนะพร้อมแล้วชูนิ้วโป้งให้พี่ดูหน่อย Okay, the Aisha Youth Debate started in 2013. It was that year. We started in the Philippines with the idea of creating this kind of platform for the youth of ASEAN. Originally, it was designed for university students. In 2017, Thailand volunteered to host the event commemorating, coinciding with the 50th anniversary of ASEAN, come back home to Bangkok, Thailand, where it was born. And it was proved so successful that we would like to combine youth, meaning between the university students and high school students. And we had done that back to back in 2017 and also this year very successfully. We would like our young people to see how the next generation, how their university peers have performed and the issues that connect ASEAN. This year is the main theme, sustainability. Thailand is hosting ASEAN this year. We chair ASEAN, so it is critical and it is strategic that we host this year's event here in Bangkok as well. We would like to see this event being institutionalized among ASEAN member states. So we would like to see ASEAN member states rotate the hosting of this event as well, so that our youth become a stronger network and they become the backbone of ASEAN, the very key asset of our people-centered community.
So why the young people of ASEAN have to learn about human rights?
It's so important that human rights are one of the key concepts of our community, which is premised on a number of principles, including the rule of law, democracy, and human rights. So it's essential that as we move forward, we don't lose sight of what connects us, what binds us together, which include, of course, human rights. And human rights are the key component of the issue of sustainability. The SDGs are built on human rights, and they are one and the same from the different angle. So we would like the youth to appreciate the long-term nature, the dynamic nature of human rights as well. Okay, thank you.
การจัดงานในปีนี้ในเพจไอชารู้สึกยังไงบ้างที่เห็นการจัดงานยุคเยาวชนที่มาร่วมกันดีเบตเรื่องของhuman rights ในปีนี้
This is my first year with Aisha and my first year with Youth Debate organized by Thai Aisha. The experience is quite impressive because I have not been working on the debate issue at all, and to learn and see how youth are learning about ASEAN and about human rights give me great satisfaction and hopeful that these youth will eventually develop themselves to be more concerned and more aware of the human rights issues in ASEAN. The situation, human rights situation in ASEAN are different. Different countries have different perspective, but we see very clearly that these young people are learning and they are opening up their mindset to learn more and be more aware to promote human rights, and hopefully in the future they'll be good citizens of ASEAN.
Why shouldn't young people in ASEAN have to learn about human rights? Why they have to learn? What do you think?
We are now at the new millennium, and since the year 2000, the world had moved forward, recognizing the importance of human rights, and there are many UN instruments promoting human rights. So it is very clear that globally, human rights is the issue of the world, and most countries will have to recognize that human rights is an issue to adopt and move forward. including, I mean, both from the state perspective and non-state perspective. Transnational activities will have to take into consideration human rights aspect when they carry out their activities.
Yes. Yes, I believe, strongly believe that debate can empower individual as well as can breed democratic mindset among the young. So I've been using debate as a tool to improve education both in university level, and now I'm trying my best to initiate debate into the high school level. But luckily having been able to work for the National Commission on Human Rights of Thailand for the past 5 years, I've have been a part of Aisha Youth Debate for the past 5 years. So this year, as well as in 2017, we have brought high school students to be a part of Aisha Youth Debate platform. This year in particular, we not only give the chance to high school students, we also train teachers, high school teachers, who are actually the one who will breed our young with democratic mindset. So if you want good students, you need to have good teachers. And I believe that whatever content it is, be it human right, environment, politics or economics or social issues, if you have the skills of analyzing, arguing with logics and relevant and facts, with your real understanding and with ethics and the rights of the art of thinking and thinking right, and the art of persuasion, as well as the art of inspiring people to believe in what you believe, which is debate. I think our educational system will become, better, and I believe that our youth can be taught. Thank you.
So what do you think that debate can help the young people understanding human rights more?
Oh, of course, because we use human rights issues as motions for discussion, so definitely to go for or against, to support the motion. For example, that medicinal marijuana should be legalized to help better the life of the majority. You need to look for both sides of the game, pros and cons, whether or not the internet should be controlled by the government, So we're talking about the rights of individuals as opposed to the right of the state or the right of community. So you need to have balance of different types of rights by using your logic and facts and analysis of the issue. So they have to read. They have to read issues of current controversial issues of human rights, both in Thailand and in Asia, ASEAN, as well as around the world. So that's how human rights become the main content. We can change to environment or ASEAN. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Metas Chongsitornkorn from Thailand International Community School, and something I learned from this debate is that we had many thorough discussions on human rights. For example, dams, legal rights of children under 16, and also equal pay for female athletes. And I think these discussions are very important, especially in our environment right now where most people don't really want to talk about these issues. I think it's very important that we actually get to discuss them so we can propose solutions in the future.
Hello, I'm Polly. I'm also from ICS. And in this debate, I actually really opened up my eyes to the diversity of values that we have here, that there are so many different ideas that come from all 10 of the ASEAN states. But through it all, I really learned that we all have this common goal of trying to make this a better world for all ASEAN people and citizens that live here.
So what do you have learned about human rights?
I think human rights, we really learned that this is a universal issue and that everybody actually deserves this no matter who they are. But within human rights, there are so many different levels and it's really hard to draw the line because it's so blurry because of so many different values that we have in ASEAN. So this opportunity really taught us to analyze those rights and see where we should actually draw the line and where we should actually make those policies to serve everyone.
What you have learned about ASEAN? You have a lot of ASEAN friends, ASEAN young people come here. What you have learned from them?
Yes, I've learned about ASEAN that despite our differences, we're all working towards the same goal, which is to create a better environment for young people, old people, everybody in ASEAN, and that I think that we have a very promising future ahead for every country in ASEAN.